Today is a beautiful day in my home state of Michigan. The weather was perfect. Didn't get no homework. It was a beautiful day in Michigan. And then tonight I got to watch the Lakers game, and the Lakers lost. I'm going to put the image on my screen right now. I predicted the Lakers to lose to the Suns in 6 games before the series even started, so you don't even have to question me and try to call me a phony. No, I predicted this before the series started. I knew this was going to happen. Now I'm about to tell y'all the reason why I believe the Lakers lost this series. I know I could attack LeBron and go right after him, and I don't really like LeBron, but I'm not going to go after him necessarily right now. I'm going to talk about the rest of the team and the issues with this team, man. The first guy I want to start off with is Anthony Davis. Bro, like, the first game he played, didn't play well, all right? We all know he didn't play well. Second game, comes back, plays much better, and then injuries start to occur with AD, and that's just very unfortunate. It's like, what can you do? Like, do you blame the training staff? Do you blame AD? Do you just blame it on a freak accident? Like, I don't know where the blame necessarily goes for that, but it just sucks to see AD go down and not be able to play. And even if he did play this entire series, I honestly still don't think it would have mattered because the Suns are just that freaking good. And as far as the rest of the squad goes, very disappointed by the Lakers role players. Dennis Schroder, like, once AD goes down, Dennis Schroder is supposed to be the guy who consistently scores the ball. But he didn't do that in this series. As soon as AD went down, I didn't know where to find Schroder at. And Schroder, previous years on the Thunder, consistently competing for 6th man of the year. But then once AD goes down, he gets more opportunities. He's not scoring the ball as much as he should have. Now, in this last game, he had 20 points. That's good. But with AD going down, Dennis Schroder, if y'all want to win this game, he has to take another step up. And he didn't do that. So that's a big yikes right there. Wesley Matthews, oh my gosh, how far the mighty have fallen. Indiana, the Bucks, and now on the Lakers. It's like, bro, what has happened to Wesley Matthews? He was terrible tonight. Absolutely terrible. I mean, it was that play. The play that really, like, blew my mind is where he had the opportunity for a wide open layup, and then he decided to do a dumb, stupid up and under layup and missed it. Terrible play by Matthews, and this series, just Wesley Matthews was not good. Andre Drummond, I got no clue what happened to Andre Drummond. Before he came to the Lakers on the Cavs and the Pistons, he was not this bad. I honestly watched a lot of games when he was on the Pistons, and when he went to the Cavs, I still watched a few of their games because I liked him and Colin Sexton and Kevin Porter Jr. when he was on the squad. I don't know what the heck has happened to Andre Drummond. It appears that he's gained a lot of weight since he played for the Pistons and the Cavaliers, so maybe that's another factor as to why he isn't playing the way how he used to. But Drummond in this series, when he had to guard DeAndre Ayton, there was nothing he could do. Very disappointed by Andre Drummond in this series. Good to see, things out of Taylor Horton-Tucker. The putback dunk was great. And as a young player, I was liking what I seen out of him. But Caruso, Morris, and Gasol, meh. And unfortunately, Gasol just at this age just doesn't got it no more like that. And the last man that I want to mention, Kyle Kuzma, just very frustrating to see Kyle Kuzma on the floor. I know since AD has been there, that's the reason why he's taking a step back. But it just feels like Kuzma needs a new team to really thrive. Because I feel like this, being on the Lakers and living in LA specifically, that LA lifestyle is just not good for Kyle Kuzma. So I honestly feel like Kuzma should be off the squad for his sake and the Lakers team's sake. And then I'm going to get on LeBron now. In my opinion, LeBron in this series, I like and dislike the way how he played in this series. Because, like, I feel like in last game, especially with AD out, he should have been more aggressive, but he didn't. He was more passive because he believes in his teammates. So, I mean, that's a good thing on paper. But when, he's passing the ball like dudes like Wesley Matthews and they're not making shots and he passes to Schroder. Schroder's not making shots. It's a recipe for disaster because they end up losing. He passes them the ball. Nobody makes shots. He doesn't want to be aggressive. And they lose. And it's always crazy to say LeBron is not being aggressive, but he's still having like 20 points every single game. I know, but I just felt like LeBron should have dominated this series once AD went out and took it over. But he didn't do that in the last game. And then in this final game 6, he didn't really do that until the 4th quarter. But by then, the game was basically already over. So LeBron, honestly, it appears that he's getting up there in age. Father Time is knocking on his door. I'm not saying LeBron is washed. I'm not that crazy. But I am saying that at this age in his career, LeBron is going to start needing a lot more help than Wesley Matthews, Kyle Kuzma, Marc Gasol. He's going to need better role players. I know I've been seeing all the memes with Damian Lillard and Klay Thompson. He's going to need some help next season if the Lakers want any shot of getting back to the championship. And I also want to mention the bubble championship. I honestly can't really respect it anymore because we look at the two teams that were in the bubble and made it to the championship. The Miami Heat, they made a few changes, but for the most part, Butler, Bam, Hero, none. You know, for the most part, their roster is still the same. And look what happened with basically the same roster. They ended up getting swept by the Milwaukee Bucks. And then you look at the Los Angeles Lakers, they go up against the Phoenix Suns and lose in 6 games. So I'm looking at that bubble championship like did y'all win because y'all were that good last year, or did y'all win because you guys were the most mature teams and benefited from being in that bubble setting? So for me, I can't really respect the bubble championship like that anymore, with both teams losing in the first round, the Heat getting swept, the Lakers losing in 6 games to the Phoenix Suns. Honestly, it's hard for me to respect the bubble championship at this point. But Lakers fans, let me know how y'all feel in the comment section below. Shouts out to the Phoenix Suns, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, Mikal Bridges, DeAndre Ayton. The Suns, they can shoot that ball, man. They can really shoot it. For all the naysayers out there who was hating on D Booker, saying that he was just a stat pattern for all these years, you're finally seeing what he could have been. Chris Paul getting to the second round, and they're probably going to end up playing the Nuggets. And if they beat the Nuggets, then they got to go to the third round. And, you know, I'm not saying the Suns are going to get to the championship, but if in a what-if scenario, what if the Suns end up getting to a championship? That would be really cool to see Chris Paul finally getting there. Cameron Johnson, another young, talented player that I really like. Jay Crowder, an old veteran on this squad. You know, the way the Suns really built this team, they got the mixture of youth and they got the mixture of older veterans on the squad as well. Monty Williams, a great head coach. I just love the way how this Suns team was constructed and the way that they were built. And they deserve all the credit in the world for beating the Lakers. And I wish them the best of luck in the second round going up against the Nuggets. So let me know how y'all feel in the comment section below. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Thank y'all for 1K. I'm out.